in the finale of the series Why They Win. The year is 1988, and your boy, Skinny Hardaway, chairman of USA Basketball, is tasked in creating the ultimate team for the Olympics. I don't just create any old team, I create the 88 Supreme Team. Let's talk about it.
Money's gotta be the shoes. Shoes.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Skinny Hardaway, and this is Retro Heat Check. Checking in one more time for the real hoop heads out there. And as always, thank you all for your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, your comments, and of course those questions. Last night was another fire episode of Q&A with Skinny. We have that each and every Wednesday here in the Hoop Head Haven, right here at Retro Heat Check. Man, fire questions as always, thought-provoking questions as always, fun and interactive as always, each and every Wednesday. I love Wednesday nights. I look forward to Wednesday nights. Just being able to get on camera and answer your questions and you know, give you hopefully, in my opinion, hopefully give you some solid answers, some answers that you guys can actually bank off of, and actually, you could take that and store it in your memory banks and say, you know what, that Skinny Hardaway dude, he might be on to something. I don't know. But definitely appreciate you guys. I love the comment section. I love interacting with you guys. But there's nothing like Wednesday nights, man. I definitely look forward to Wednesday nights. I love Wednesday nights. I love, just being able to answer your questions, get on camera, and just have fun. And plus, I'm not gonna lie to you, I definitely like the new intro to Q&A Wednesdays. I don't know. I think it's the music. I think I like the song choice. But needless to say, thank you all. Tip of the cap to all of you guys. You guys have definitely done your thing. Hey, I challenge you all. Keep those questions coming. So, hey, that's all I ask. Man. Speaking of shout outs, man. Definitely got to give shout out to the squad, man. You already know, man. These are my guys. These are the guys that I support. They support me. We come from all different walks of life. We all have different approaches to how we deliver our content. Some are more on the educational side. Some are more on the entertainment side. Majority of us are somewhere in the middle. But we definitely want to come correct. We come with truth. We come with honesty. We come with honor and integrity. And we definitely stand on facts and the truth. And when you stand on facts and truth, you will always remain undefeated, even though we go up against a huge conglomerate of haters, narrator spitters, propagandists, straight up clowns, fanboys from the top of the NBA circles all the way down to your local fanboy on the internet talking junk and sounding like a moron. But hey, we come through, we come correct, and we slay everybody in front of us, man. And gotta give big shout outs to these guys, man, because they definitely keep me going in this YouTube space. Big shout outs go out to Sports and Fitness Rants, Uncommon Sense, Scap Attack, Too Raw for Sports TV, Michael Jordan Fans Are the Best, NNB Sports TV, my twin, Phenomenal Fitness. What up, man? You already know. Like I don't know if you guys know. For those who may have missed it, me and the twin, Phenomenal Fitness. I think we got something cooking. We're gonna try something this weekend. We're still ironing out the particulars, but be on the lookout, man. We got something cooking. Hopefully it's something that you guys in the Hoophead Haven can get down with. Phenomenal Fitness is an awesome channel, and definitely us combining our powers, I think could be something really beneficial to this space. I hope. That's my hope. And I hope that you guys check it out and support it. But once we get everything finalized, I will definitely drop the details. Either more than likely it will be on my community page. So if you're not subscribed, or if you are subscribed and you don't have all the notifications, I suggest you turn on all your notifications so that you will know exactly what day, what time we will be having our impromptu live. But like I said, man, continue with the shout outs, man. Got to give a big shout out to Ticket TV, Man Down Sports, Prince Sports, Geechee Life Sports Talk, Shekel Storm NBA. Check him out. Definitely check him out. He has his Penny Pinchers Origins series, and the origin story starts off with yours truly. You know what I'm saying? Check him out, man. Shekel Storm NBA, definitely one of my favorite channels. He's very hilarious, very entertaining. Has a different spin on basketball, but he definitely comes with the facts. Definitely keep an eye out on that. I am definitely looking forward to that video. The lore has taken a life of its own, not only on his channel but on mine as well, and on others. So big shout outs to you. Big shout outs to the Allen Ricks TV, and also NBA Fact Self Research. And I can't forget Jordan versus LeBron, Hoop God, Kobe Bryant Film Room. I believe that's it. I believe that's it. Yep, I believe that's it. If I forgot anybody, please forgive me. I'm shooting these off the top of the dome. I'm trying to get better and better at delivering you know, what I have to say. And I definitely don't want to keep reading off the pad, but the pad is definitely nearby. Just in case I have a brain fart. But big shout outs to all you guys, man. I hope that you guys you know, take time. If you're not subscribed to these guys, definitely give them a chance. Give them a view at least. Give them a like. Hopefully you guys become subscribers. Show them the same love that you guys show me. Definitely appreciate each and every last one of you guys in Hoophead Haven for giving these guys your patronage. Whether it's through me or you were probably down with them before you even came over here. Either way it goes, just glad you're down with them. So, once again, tip of the cap. Oh, man. You already know what time it is. It's time for us to open up them doors. And welcome on in the latest member of the Hoophead Haven. You already know what it is, man. The Hoophead Haven is a global community of like-minded individuals that only want real hoop, real basketball. We long for those days. But we also have a deep reverence and respect for those who came before, the heirs of the past, in particular the 90s. I swear I may be a homer. I may be an old washed old man. I may be an old head. Whatever you want to call me. I definitely believe that the 90s is the greatest era in basketball, not only on the court, but everything that surrounded the game off the court. I think it was the perfect blend of basketball and culture. The 1990s was definitely the greatest era in NBA history. That is, I would have to say, the wheelhouse. That is definitely where the focus of this channel happens to be. But yeah, definitely in the Hoophead Haven, there's only one rule, and that's if you see a fanboy in the comment section running off at his mouth, saying a bunch of nonsense, check them. Within the walls of the Hoophead Haven, fanboys are nameless, faceless. They get no shine, no love, no nothing. Like the motto says, Hoopheads only, and that's all that is needed here in the Hoophead Haven. So let's welcome in the latest member of the Hoophead Haven, and I definitely dig the name. We got to give a big shout out and big welcome, and let's welcome Bill Walton soliloquy to the Hoop Head Haven. Definitely the latest Hoop Head. Hey, Bill Walton soliloquy, man. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for your viewers. Thank you for tapping in with your boy Skinny Hardaway. Hey, and now you are a member of the Hoop Head Haven. So big salute, big shout outs to you. Tip of the cap for you giving this space a chance. We're a small community, but hey, we are heavily concentrated with the basketball knowledge. Got a community of like-minded individuals that love hoop. We talk old school hoops, new school hoops. We talk sneakers. We talk top 10s, top 5s. You know, we have debates. We do it all over here, man. We do it all over here in the Hoop Head Haven, man. It's definitely an interactive community, worldwide community. People from all walks of life, man, are down with the Hoop Head Haven. My MVPs come from all over, but they bring it. If you want to become an MVP, the only thing I say, the best way to become an MVP of the Hoop Head Haven is just participation. Participate. I'm not asking for no bread. I'm not asking for no money. All I'm asking for is just a little bit of your time and a little bit of your participation. And that's it. But yeah, like I said, Bill Walton soliloquy. Welcome to the Hoop Head Haven. And if you see a fanboy, check them within the rules and guidelines of YouTube, of course. But yeah, big shouts to you. Welcome. And now it's time to get down to the nitty gritty. We conclude the series, why they win. Been basically comparing some teams, I would say some prominent Olympic teams of the past in comparison to this year's rendition of the U.S. men's basketball team. Nick Wright, among others, in the mainstream media have declared that this rendition, the 2024 USA men's basketball team, Team USA, is the greatest team of all time. I call cap. Majority of basketball fans around the world who have sense and have two eyes and know basketball knowledge, even if it's just a little bit, know that this team is heavily flawed, and there are several squads that can not only beat this team, but beat them pretty comfortably. And this is another squad, definitely right here. This is the brainchild of my VIP, man. I have to say, man, this guy right here, my main man Chucky. I call him the conscious of the group, man. He definitely knows. He just knows the right words to say every time in the comment section. It doesn't matter if it's something, if I'm being snarky or if I'm being serious or I'm just joking around or whatever. He just always has a saying or a question or a comment or an idea. And this idea, he basically came and asked. He said, "Well, what would it look like if basically if there was a dream team scenario in 1988 instead of 1992?" And I was like, man, that was a fire idea. And I've been kind of going back and forth with this all week long. Especially in the weekend, over the weekend, I was definitely starting to brainstorm as far as making my selections. There were some that were obvious. There were some that were a little tough. But your boy came through, and I think that I came with a squad that is worthy of smacking up, and I definitely believe that this squad will smack up and run the 2024 team off the gym floor. But let's get a little backstory. The year is 1988, and your boy Skinny Hardaway has just been named the new chairman of USA Basketball. One conundrum, one problem. We're sending our amateur college kids over there into the Olympics, thinking that, you know, we'll do all right. We'll have a good showing. But little did they know they were sending them boys into the Lions Den with bad refereeing, professionals, some shady play. Man, it just seemed like Team USA was always getting screwed over. always getting I guess, the short end of the stick, and it became very unfair to send our amateurs to go up against professionals. And some of these guys were NBA players as well, taking advantage of young, inexperienced to the international game, not professionals, not anything like that. These are bright-eyed college kids. They may have been the best of the best there, but in comparison to such odds that they were going up against, definitely something needed to be done. And as the new chairman of USA Basketball, your boy Skinny Hardaway, in conjunction with the greatest commissioner of all time, David Stern, I pick up the phone with David Stern and I say, hey man, I need some of your guys, man. I need the best of the best. I'm looking for the best of the best. I want the best of the best to build this squad. This is the squad that I'm going to send over, and we are going to dominate in 1988 in Los Angeles for the Los Angeles Games. We're going to do our thing. We're going to do our thing. And I had, and being the president, I definitely wanted to have a squad that can not only defeat the teams around the world, but also defeat the 2024 Team USA men's basketball team. And I think with this squad right here, I think I found the right combination of players and why we will win. Let's meet the roster of the 1988 USA men's basketball team, aka the 88 Supreme Team. Check out my roster. At point guard, this one right here was a no-brainer. This guy is the point god of point gods, the greatest point guard of all time, the leader, the charismatic leader of Showtime, Mr. LA, the personification of the Flash and the athleticism and the excitement of the NBA embodied in one player. His $1 million smile with his deadly hoop game, man, it was something to behold. Definitely could not get this thing started without having the point guard, the leader of my squad, as far as getting my team right, getting my team in the right place, hey, and putting some butts in the seats, some smiles on people's faces, and that's Magic Johnson. Definitely can't go without that. 6'8", 6'9", you already know, 6'9", 240, coming down, fast break, leader of the Showtime, no look passes. You don't know where the ball is going. You don't know if Magic's going to score. You don't know if he's going to pass. You don't know what he's going to do. You just know that when he's on the break, it's one of the most fearsome sights in NBA history. So definitely got to give it up to my point guard, Magic Johnson. My second point guard, love him or hate him, the ultimate bad boy, Isaiah Thomas. Yeah, he got screwed over in the 92 Olympics, mainly due to just the accumulation of bad blood of his time during the 80s. But this time right here, yeah, there's some bad feelings, some bad blood, some fights here or there. But this isn't really fully bad boy Isaiah Thomas. This is pre-bad boy. It's like the seed of bad boyism was planted around this time. But Isaiah Thomas, the progenitor of the small, basically the progenitor of the modern small guards, like the guys, I would say, like the Allen Iversons, the Kyrie Irvings, the Chris Pauls, those guys. This is the father. Basically, this is the next evolution of that. Because, yeah, you had guys in the past, like oh crap, I forgot his name. Man, I just blanked out on his name. Walt Frazier and oh man, I forgot who he was. Oh man, I just blanked. But anyways, there have been other point guards before that were small but could score, but nobody could do it like Isaiah. Isaiah was just on a different level as far as his scoring prowess, his deft ball handling. I mean, his fierce attitude. Because this is a Chicago point guard. one of the more famous Chicago point guards. Isaiah Thomas had it all, despite the fact that he was not the most liked player in the league. But you got to give it to him. He was definitely one of the best. And even Michael Jordan, his fiercest rival, said that Isaiah Thomas was the second greatest point guard of all time. And in many people's eyes, including my own, I definitely second that opinion. I definitely believe that Isaiah Thomas, despite who he is personally, earned a spot on the 88 squad. My shooting guards, and you already know, at guard from North Carolina, 6'6", Michael Jordan. You already know, man, this is Michael Jordan, man, 1988, Michael Jordan. This is Michael Jordan, MVP Michael Jordan. MVP Michael Jordan, Defensive Player of the Year Michael Jordan, Slam Dunk Champion Michael Jordan, First Team All-NBA Michael Jordan, Steals Leader Michael Jordan, Scoring Leader Michael Jordan, First Team All-Defense Michael Jordan, First Team All-NBA Michael Jordan. Needless to say, Michael Jordan, as far as individual awards, pretty much swept everything but the NBA championship. This is Michael Jordan, flying high, tongue wagging, can do anything on the floor. Athleticism, the sliders for athleticism are all the way at 99 with this version of Michael Jordan. This is the Michael Jordan that's dunking on everything moving, stripping anybody with the ball, blocking shots. I mean, this is the guy who putting together 200 steal, 100 block seasons. I mean, this guy is a dynamo. I mean, basically the fastest rising star in the league, quickly became the face of the NBA alongside Magic Johnson and Larry Bird at the time. Michael Jordan, what could you say about Michael Jordan at the time? He was young, he was flashy, but he was hungry. He was on his way, just a few years removed from his first NBA championship. But man, this is Michael Jordan still going through the fire. Michael Jordan still being beat up in those postseason games by Isaiah and the Pistons. This is Michael Jordan just hitting the shot. This is Michael Jordan. This is Michael Jordan coming into his own as a superstar, but just not getting there. But his skills and his game, unmatched, unparalleled, and definitely much needed for my Supreme Team. The other shooting guard definitely was tough. I was leaning towards young Clyde Drexler, but I just knew that this player right here was, at that time, was way more elite than even the Glide. And that, my friend, one of the greatest defenders, one of the greatest two-way players in NBA history, Alvin Robertson. One of the greatest lockdown defenders from the perimeter position. All-time leader in steals per average with almost 3 steals a game. He averaged almost 3 steals a game. I mean, this guy is the type of guy, if you have no ball handling skills, don't come up against this guy. Do not dribble in this guy's direction. He's going to take it, go down the other end, dunk it, make you look stupid. The guy's silky smooth. I mean, he's part of those Milwaukee Bucks teams. I definitely say the Milwaukee Bucks team was the best team of the 80s not to make it to the NBA Finals. This team was young. They were stacked. They were defensive minded. They had scoring. Throughout the squad as well, led by Alvin Robertson. Alvin Robertson, at the time, multiple NBA All-Stars, multiple All-NBA first teams. He was a Defensive Player of the Year. Basically, he was Michael Jordan's competition for Defensive Player of the Year, because usually year in and year out during this time, it was Alvin Robertson and Michael Jordan who were the two best perimeter defenders in the game, and it was only right to include him on this team, because as a two-way player, his defense on the perimeter, elite. Had to have him on the squad. At the small forward position, come on, man. You already know who's coming down first, man. Number 33, Boston, the man from French Lick, the hick from French Lick, Larry legend Larry Bird. This is Larry Bird who's not sidelined with back issues. This isn't Larry Bird who's breaking down before your eyes. This is Larry Bird, all capital letters. Larry Bird. MVP, Larry Bird. NBA champion, Larry Bird. This is Larry at his best. 3-point shooting, defense, rebounding, leadership, intangibles, toughness, grit, trash talking, letting you know, hey, I'm shooting it from here. I can do it with my right hand, left hand, eyes closed, step backs, whatever you want. Larry Bird's going to give it to you. Larry Bird is his scoring, his professionalism, his grit, his toughness, just the sheer, for lack of a better word, magic of Larry Bird. Man, it's a no-brainer to have him on the squad. The greatest small forward in NBA history, the greatest. Gotta have him on the squad. It's not a team. It's not the supreme team without Larry Bird. And I got Larry Bird in his prime. Let's go. My second small forward, the human highlight reel, Dominique Wilkins, one of the most dominant scorers from the small forward position in NBA history, gave Larry Bird plenty of battles in the playoffs. The legendary shooting sprees between he and Bird. If you don't know, you better ask somebody, or better yet, you better do your Googles. This guy right here, telling you, man, he's more than just dunks. He's timely scoring, shooting. He can score with his back to the basket. He can score on the block. He can score on the wing, threes, mid-ranges, floaters. You already know about the dunks, putbacks. This guy was an exceptional offensive rebounder. Great I would have to say a underrated defender. His defense was great. He was athletic. He was long. He was lean. But so many people focused on his scoring prowess that they almost forgot about his defense. Before the injuries, Dominique Wilkins was a dominant two-way player. But like I said, his game sliders was more towards the offensive side rather than the defensive side. But that did not mean that he could not play defense. The human highlight reel, his timely offensive scoring. Scores, and not only is he a timely scorer, he is a volume scorer. He can score in bunches. He can go on those runs where he can give you 10, 12 points straight, no problem. This is a guy right here who literally went head to head with Larry Bird in some of the most epic scoring outputs in NBA history, whether regular season or playoffs. And in a lot of those years that Michael Jordan was the scoring champ, many of those years Dominique Wilkins was right behind him. Dominique Wilkins, with his scoring prowess, it just gives this team a boost. Whether he's starting or whether he's coming off the bench, Dominique Wilkins is much needed on this squad. My third and final small forward, Alex English. If you don't know, like I said, if you don't know, you better either ask somebody or better yet, do your Googles. This guy right here, Alex English, the all-time leading scorer of the Denver Nuggets, the scoring champ of the 80s. Yes, he was he scored the most points in the 80s era. Alex English, of those famous or infamous Denver Nuggets teams of the 1980s. Now these guys was the Phoenix Suns with D'Antoni before they even hit the ground. They was Showtime. They was a version of Showtime, a hyper version of Showtime. They were pretty much Splash Brothers and all that stuff before Golden State. Needless to say, the Denver squad was an elite offensive unit. These guys could score. These guys could not play defense, but they would score. That was their mode of operation. They would try to outscore you, and Alex English led the way. This guy right here, before Michael Jordan really start dominating the scoring championships and all that stuff, it was Alex English who was night in, night out, a smooth, easy 25 points plus a game. This guy is a bucket, was a walking bucket in the 80s. This guy, I mean, inside, outside, silky smooth. He had that old man at the park game. You're not really thinking that he's going to really blow by you until he blows by you. You don't think that he's really going to shoot over you until he shoots over you. You don't really think that he's going to drive by and dunk on your center until he drives by your center and dunks on him. I mean, he definitely had a sneaky good game. But I mean, this guy could score. He was another one of those guys who could score in bunches. I definitely have elite scoring between the small forward and shooting guard position. With Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, Larry Bird, and Alex English. I mean, that is a lot of points per game right there. And these guys are selfless. These guys aren't ball dominant type of players. These guys get their buckets within the flow of the game, or if they wanted to. And Alex English was definitely one of those players. He was known for taking over a game. And many a nights Denver was in trouble, and they call on number 2, and number 2 would get them through. You already know what it is, man. Alex English, one of the greatest scorers in NBA history. The scoring champ of the 80s. Definitely got to have him on my squad. At the power forward position, I got a plethora of skills. And you can't start that conversation without my main man, Kevin McHale, the man of a million moves, Mr. Minnesota. This guy right here, Kevin McHale, I would have to say, before Tim Duncan came onto the scene, I would have penciled this man in as the greatest power forward of all time. Period. Point blank. If you want to debate that, we can try. But hey, Kevin McHale, the man of a million moves. Get him on the block. There was nothing that you could do, because he had so many moves. He had the drop step. He had the step back. He had the spin move, spin left, spin right, up and unders, dips. I mean, he was an expert at drawing contact, getting and ones. This is a cerebral player at the power forward position. He was a thinking man's power forward. He wasn't the most athletic. He wasn't the strongest. He wasn't. I mean, he was definitely one of the smartest. He was definitely one of the craftiest. He made up for his lack of athleticism with supreme knowledge of the game, supreme skills. And I mean, he puts on clinics, literal clinics down low. He'd show you how to do this, son, down on the block. I mean, he is my power forward. I don't need him to jump out the gym. I just need him to put the ball in the bucket, and he does that with no problem. Man, this is guy right here. His defense, very, very slept on. Sneaky good in the passing lanes. Very good at coming up behind and popping the ball at your hand. Very, 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 very. I would have to say his game is full of guile, full of just cerebral tactics. So many different tricks of the trade. Kevin McHale, man, the man of a million moves, Mr. Minnesota, definitely got to have him on the Supreme Team. Let's move forward. James Worthy, big game James. You already know, yes, he's not just the guy who puts you in that bozo pack and smokes you, tells you to back up. Nah, this is James Worthy, man, the co-pilot of the Showtime Lakers, man, right alongside Magic Johnson, man. Michael Jordan's former college teammate at North Carolina. Big game James, man. He was one of the earlier stretch 3, stretch 4s. I mean, this guy can definitely live in between the 3, the 4, the 5. This guy is so versatile. He's such a great scorer around the basket. Get him anywhere near the basket, man. It's good as a point. It's good as a bucket. You might as well get ready to go back up the court and get ready to play some offense, because if Big Game James is near the basket, it's good. It's good. I mean, this is a guy who the 13 to 15, I would have to say the 12 to 15 foot mid range, the floaters, the hook shots. I mean, bangs you down low, cleans up the glass. A consummate professional, gives that work ethic. He definitely that quiet leader, steady leadership. I mean, just the versatility that he gives you, man, is at that time and at that position was second to none. One of the most versatile power forwards in the game's history. Big Game James is definitely a welcome addition to the Supreme Team. Much needed down low, big man. And already, I definitely think that this squad is monstrous. And to round off with the round mounder rebound, Charles Barkley. Now this is young Charles Barkley. This is Charles Barkley shedded the weight, shed the bad weight. You know, this is, I mean, he's getting out on the break, grabbing rebounds and taking straight off to the basket, full steam ahead, dunking on everybody, the gorilla dunk, two hands swinging on the rim, talking trash, fighting, just rough. I mean, he was a rough character. I mean, he was one of those guys in the Eastern Conference that you did not want to cross. Definitely the attitude of the squad. You need one of those kind of guys. You need an attitude player, and Charles Barkley had attitude in bunches. Constant. I mean, just a constant a constant presence down low on the block. This is, I mean, this guy can score inside, outside, but you get him on the block, it's bully ball. You're not going to do anything with Barkley. He slam that shoulder right into your chest, bull right through you for a dunk, spin off of you for a fadeaway. You know, floaters. I mean, there's nothing that he can't do on the basketball floor. A lot of people very much sleep on his athleticism at 6'4". For him to be so strong, for him to jump so high, for him to basically stand tall amongst the trees. I mean, you got to be elite. You got to be elite. And to have a young Charles Barkley, definitely one of the up and coming at the time young power forwards who was quickly establishing himself as a superstar. Charles Barkley definitely has a spot on this team with his defense, his toughness, his tenacity, his attitude. Just bringing that into the floor definitely is definitely a game changer. My centers, oh man, one of my favorite centers of all time, one of my favorite players of all time. Chairman of the board, Moses Malone. Come on, baby. This guy right here, MVPs of different squads, everywhere he's gone, whether it's Philly, whether it's Washington, whether it's Houston, he was a factor. He was a factor. Everywhere he went, his teams were winners. His teams were always in the hunt, always in the chase. Part of that the famous 4-4-4 Sixer squad of the early 80s. I mean, this guy right here, man, so smooth down there on the block, but yet so rough and tough and powerful. I mean, so strong, country strong. You couldn't do anything with him. He'd walk right in the gym, give you a 20-20, and walk right out, no problem. I mean, they called him the chairman of the boards for a reason. I mean, this guy right here, he's definitely going to make sure that the glass is clean all the time. You're not going to, if the ball is near him, you're not getting the rebound over Moses Malone. He just perfected the art of boxing out and rebounding. He perfected the art of footwork down there on the block. He was definitely on another level as far as from the center position. He's going to give me shot blocking. He's going to give me rebound. He's going to give me scoring. He's going to give me grit. He's going to give me, he's going to give me the type of play I need down low that's going to get me to a championship. And Moses Malone definitely at this time was the best center, I think, in the NBA, bar none. I think that he was just I mean, his game was just perfect for the 80s. I think he was the perfect 80s big man. I think his game would translate all the way through to today because he definitely had the footwork. He had the post moves. He could shoot. He could rebound. He could defend. There's nothing that he couldn't do. And definitely having Moses Malone as my center definitely gives me the winning edge over anybody on that 2024 squad. You give me Moses Malone, and I know I'm walking out with the dub. And this player basically will be filling in the Christian Laettner role. But this player right here, I think it was actually the best player in college basketball, leading up to his being drafted in the NBA. But his journey was a little bit unique because he had to serve his country, and that young player is David Robinson. David Robinson will be playing the Christian Laettner role, but he won't be treated like Christian Laettner. He will be getting solid minutes as my backup center. David Robinson at the time, just leaving. Basically, he was heading into the NBA. He won every award that you could think of. He was the Naismith Award winner. He was a consensus All-American. He was the CAA Player of the Year, CAA Defensive Player of the Year. Led the country in rebounds. Led the country in blocks. I mean, he averaged probably about 18 points per game or something like that. If I'm correct. I mean, this guy right here, consummate two-way player, ran like a gazelle. Like I always say, he was Giannis before Giannis. And this is young David Robinson, David Robinson, who still had to serve his country as a member of the U.S. Navy. But I think in this circumstance, I'll make a few phone calls to the Navy, get my connects going, and let them know that, hey, Team USA needs him. He will serve his country through Team USA. In the U.S. Navy, they acquiesce. How could your main dog, your main big dog, pass up on an Olympic moment? So we're going to have David Robinson basically giving a little detour from his military duties to join the Supreme Team. And my coach, oh, my bad, I'm not even done with David Robinson. David Robinson, athletic, young, shot blocker, scorer, inside, outside. This is young David Robinson now. So he's still a little rough around the edges, but to be all the way honest, majority of his game was already solidified by the time he left the Naval Academy. So it's not going to be too much of a drop off, and I think that with his size, his athletic ability, his game, he will fit in right well. Although he would be the youngest member of the team, he definitely will not be a fish out of water. He would definitely be a valued member, and he will fit right in because he has the game, he has the smarts, the wherewithal to basically gel with this squad, and he's definitely hungry enough to learn and to earn the respect of the veterans that are on this squad. So David Robinson definitely belongs on the Supreme Team. And my coach, Pat Riley. Oh yeah. Why did I pick Pat Riley for this squad in particular? I picked Pat Riley because he has a hard-nosed defensive mindset, but will allow teams to get out on the break. He loves to see the fast break off of defense. And with this lineup, you will definitely get that. You will definitely get a lot of transition. I can see it right now. Magic or Isaiah, pushing the ball up the court, passing it to Michael Jordan, watching Michael Jordan or Larry Bird hit a three, or Michael Jordan or Dominique Wilkins do a crazy dunk, or Barkley or Worthy or McHale doing something magical down low. And then you got the big men, Malone and Robinson. Oh man, it's just so many combinations that Coach Riley could use, and this leads into the second reason why I picked Pat Riley. He's a master tactician. With all this versatility going around on the floor, Pat Riley can do whatever he wants. He can pretty much do whatever he wants with these players. So many different combinations, so many different matchups, and you will still get a winning. You still can get a winning team. I suggest that you take this squad. If you think I'm capping, if you think this is lies, look at this roster and play with it, and see if you don't have an elite squad. and with his brain power and the way that he puts together schemes, he can basically scheme on the fly. or he'll prepare, or he can sit down and prepare a plan for you leading up to a game. And that's what you don't want Pat Riley to do. You never wanted to give Pat Riley time to scheme for you. You always want, but you take your chances if you can have him scheme on the fly. But don't sleep. His scheming on the fly skills are definitely elite. That's what makes him a Hall of Fame coach. Also, highly respected by the players. This is a veteran-laden team. These guys are basically the fathers of modern NBA. You have three of the guys who have taken the game to higher levels with Magic, Bird, and Jordan. These guys right here, as the leaders of the squad, could easily, blow off a coach, just brush him off and say, whatever. But with Pat Riley, nah, the respect is there. The respect is there, and these guys will always follow his lead. So he's very respected. And also, finally, an intangible that Pat Riley also has, he has the ability to take the pressure off the team and put it on himself, usually through the media. Pat Riley was never shy about the press. He was never shy about letting his feelings be known. And I think with this squad, with all the attention that this squad could get, I think with Pat Riley being him, I think he could probably say or do something that would actually take the pressure off of Team USA and put it squarely on him, so the players can have the freedom to just be themselves and play. And that's an intangible that not a lot of coaches have. And Pat Riley had that in bunches. Why they win? It's quite simple. Elite defenders at all levels. These guys from the point guard position to the center position. All these guys can play some defense. All these guys. Even Magic Johnson, even though he's not necessarily known for his defense, he was a capable defender. And he definitely will get his hands on some steals. But this team definitely elite two-way players, and that's what this squad, that's what I favor always. If you can be a two-way player, you will always get run on my squad. So definitely elite defenders and two-way players at all levels. 2, versatility with players and lineups. Just like I said, these guys so many different combinations that you could use. I mean, I could see a combination where you got Magic, Jordan, Bird, McHale, and Malone. I could see Isaiah Thomas. And Magic Johnson with Dominique and Barkley and James Worthy. There's so many different combinations that you could do, and you will not have much of a drop off. You will still have the defensive intensity. You'll still have offensive greatness. And I think you will still have steady scoring and steady defense. I definitely have to say the versatility is key to the win. Also, this team is perfectly balanced between veterans that are in their primes with dynamic young talent. Not just regular young talent, but dynamic young talent. I mean, you got guys like Magic, Isaiah, Bird, Malone, McHale, Worthy, Wilkins, English. You got all these guys, all these veterans that have been through the fires, been through the battles of the 80s, and you know how rough the 80s was. But these guys were the best of the best, the cream of the crop. And now you got younger players coming up within the league the last 4 years with Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, and the newcomer David Robinson, who all three ended up going on to star in the 1992 Olympics as members of the Dream Team. So you basically got best of both worlds. And finally, the last thing, Pat Riley's strategies. Steve Kerr, I'll have to say, if you give me Steve Kerr versus Pat Riley, that is a blowout. Pat Riley's mindset, his basketball acumen, his quick on the fly adjustments, second to none. I mean, one of the greatest coaches that can coach on the fly, and that's something that I think that Steve Kerr cannot do. Steve Kerr just benefits from the fact that he has a lot of talent on his team. But when it comes down to it, he makes very, very questionable decisions, from his roster management to his minutes dispersed, all of that stuff, man. I mean, it just seems like he just does not know at times how to handle so many superstars at once, and that's something that Pat Riley never had an issue with. definitely this team is very cohesive. I think that this team for the year 1988 is the best squad that you could field, in my opinion, for an Olympic setting. This team right here would mollywop. I mean, not just beat, they would mollywop the 2024 squad. I mean, you got prime Magic, prime Bird, young Michael Jordan, prime Dominique Wilkins, prime Alex English, prime Kevin McHale, prime James Worthy, young Charles Barkley, prime Moses Malone, a young David Robinson, prime Isaiah Thomas. Come on, bro. Prime Alvin Robertson. Prime everybody. There's no fall off. You got these guys at the peak of their powers. And I'm going to walk away with the dub. Now, I'll have to say, if you guys have any, if you have any discrepancies or you got any opinions on it, please speak on it in the comment section. Give me who your squad would be. Who would be your 88 squad? You know what I'm saying? You got to think, who are the elite players of the 80s and who would you use as part of your roster? So if you want, hey, drop off in the comment section. Who would make your 88 Olympic team? Man, but that's mine. That's mine. And I think that mine will stomp a mud hole in the 2024 squad. Needless to say, your boy is a pretty good chairman. If I do say so myself, I think I put together a diabolically nasty squad. And I guess we'll leave it right there. We'll leave it right there because this video has gotten way long. Man, it's your boy. You guys tapped in. It's a Thursday. The weekend's right around the corner, man. We almost made it. We got through Thursday. Now it's Friday, and then off to the weekend. Man, I hope you guys do well. Hope you guys have good evenings. Stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Love on your loved ones. Love on them babies. Tomorrow is definitely not promised. Be a blessing out here, not a burden. Be a helping hand. Be there for those who are there for you. Just be good citizens, man. Just be good citizens. Just be good people. Be responsible. Be respectable. Clear head, good intentions in your heart, and you're out of here. You already know what it is, man. Be good people. Stay out of trouble. I'm talking to you, Cam. But yeah, and with that being said, man, it's your boy Skinny Hardaway, and this is another episode of Retro Heat Check in the books. And I guess I'll leave you with these words. Peace. And wear your sneakers.